Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So we're here for a little in the studio kind of episode today. Well, I work away on the signatures, the ephemera sort of stage for this journal and the other one. I'm making these two journals that are inspired basically by like women artists and swatching and palettes and all of that. So yeah, we're having fun with these books today. So I'm just gonna jump right into where I left off. I basically was already working and decided I might as well turn on the camera. I'm here anyhow. So I'm just now creating a side tuck spot for this book from this boiled art book. So yeah, I'm having kind of a mellow-ish morning. I'm taking this week off because I just needed a little time off. I was just feeling kind of tired. Work has been a little intense and I have the kids off this week for March break. So I decided to take some time and we're having a bit of a home day today. We were out yesterday for the whole day. We went on a little road trip and did some kind of, it's hard to do outdoor stuff with kids at this time of year. I always found I feel like March break in Canada, well in Ontario where I am, it feels like it's a little too early for a spring break because at this stage of time, it's always like everything is still, pretty snowy. It's usually in the stage it's in right now, which is like the yucky melting kind of phase and not that fun to be honest. So but we're making the most of it. Tonight I am taking my daughter to see Fraggle Rock live. So we're getting ready for that in a bit. And I'm excited to just have a little theater kind of night. That will be fun. So I think what I need to do next on these probably is I'm more than likely going to need some more focal points and things. What do I have that I want to use next? So the theme on these journals is going to be like women artists who are like inspired by nature, and it's like a palette / swatch type of book. So I might get some botanical type things to go with this because that will be also within our theme. But before I run off to do that, I think I might try to insert another pocket in this signature here. On this side, using, I think this. That would be good. Do I want to cut the paintbrush off? Yeah, we'll do that and I'll use that little snip elsewhere. Yeah, so we did have a nice day out yesterday. We went out, had some lunch, and took a nice walk. We went to a lake, a conservation area, and wandered around, and my kids fed some of the ducks and geese. There's lots of ducks and geese hanging around right now. And I went to the antique store. I'm looking for a specific kind of cubby sort of shelving for things, and I'm not sure if I'm going to find it. It's challenging when you're looking for something super specific, but that's okay. I will be patient and eventually I will find it, I'm sure. Do I want to add maybe the little palette flag here? And we can add some colors to that. We're going to need a pocket here too though. Let's tackle that first. I think I want to look at maybe that. And actually, you know what I might do instead of a pocket? I have a bit of an idea maybe. We'll do something interesting here. I've got these drawings that I did. Why don't we use those? Because You know, this is a lady artist sketchbook, palette book kind of thing. So that will fit perfectly, I think. So let's just trim this out here. I think what I might do is just, actually I won't staple it yet. Hold on. My daughter had to go to the orthodontist this morning. Hold on, my light is flickering. I'm going to shut this light off because it is flickering. I think I need to tighten up the bulb in that. But yeah, she had to go to the orthodontist because she has a little bracket right now for her teeth, and some part of it got broken, and they found that the band on the whole appliance had snapped, so she's got to get a new appliance. So she gets a little break from her dentistry. Okay, let's put a staple there, and then live with love and you will create art. I think I just want create art. I don't want that whole statement. So we're going to just glue that here. Now this is going to go this way, I think. So I'm going to put like that over top of the staple. This is partly to just cover that staple, and then also to give like a little fun cover to our notebook here. And then we're going to glue the whole back side of this right down. Creates a nice little not too thick notebook feature for the journal. So just carefully lay that here, making sure not to be in our, oh, we're a little too close to our crease still. Need to hurry and lift that. There we go. Right there. And then I'll just lift all these pages up for a second so I can press that down a little better. Okay. I'll create a fold. So there we go. This is going to need a little help. Where is my tape? The last time I couldn't find this tape, it was literally right in front of my face. Here it is. Hold on. I just got to reach for it here. Sorry. This is the Scotch Magic Tape, which is amazing tape for this purpose of being matte and good sticky, not gonna raise up and cause problems, and it's pretty invisible. There we go. So all that's gonna do is just create like a nice, you know, holds it all down. Where can I put this tape that I'm not gonna always have to wonder where it is? Right there, maybe. Okay. So then that can go like that. That can go back in there. And I think I'm okay leaving this. This is like a nice art page. Okay, so I do still need to get some focal points, I think, though. But we could create another pocket. Maybe using this side. Yeah. I kind of like using up like one piece of paper, using it together in projects this way, like in the same signature, because like it kind of brings continuity in one signature. And for this one, I think I'd like to find one of these that would go nicely, the colors. It's pretty. Maybe some greens would be good. Maybe some purples and blues, actually. Let's go with that. That's really fun. Oh, wow. Look at the back. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to just try to get the best of both worlds here. So many scraps. There we go. I think this needs 3. So I can either keep this or this. I'm going to go on this side and keep that bit. So that's what we're going to use for our journal card. And then these, what I'm going to do is just clip them out individually. Then we get these nice little chips. Ink those up. Okay, and we'll set those aside because they're going to get used elsewhere in this project. So give me 2 seconds and I'm going to grab some focal points. Okay, so I might have taken 100 years to collect a whole bunch of things. But for you, that was a short amount of time, right? Okay, so I got a bunch of stuff. I'll just leave it off to the side here. Let me see. Okay. Let's begin with this. I want to do a little bit better job of fussy cutting out this beautiful crow. Okay. Sometimes I just kind of roughly cut things out and then I have to go back. But whatever I do, it serves a purpose for that day. Anyways, it gets it off my desk. I don't know exactly how much of this I'll be keeping, so I'm not going to cut too much more. I need to make a little space for myself to work on what I'm working on. So we'll set my signature there. Glue book can go here with the ruler. These are all the bits and bobs that I grabbed to use in this journal. So I'll just set them off to the side in my project basket, and then we'll put a couple things away that I don't need here. These are my bits that are for this book, so I'll keep them here because that keeps them kind of where I need them. Okay, so first things first, this needs to be this side up. Then I think what I'd like to do is maybe add like a half of that sunflower with our black bird here on top of that. And that would be nice because it's like a botanical and nature sort of sample. So let's go ahead and we'll just tear tear this sunflower down. Put the other side of my scraps. I mean, I could make 2 of these, one for each book maybe. I don't know, we'll see as the... I'm not really duplicating and doubling the ephemera. I'm making 2 journals, but they're going to be extraordinarily unique. I've used my latest swatching kit in them, but even then I'm splitting one kit between the 2 books with the intention to keep them very, very unique from one another. Then, I don't even think I want to use the feet, so let's just tear that off here. Because this is still just kind of a sampling, right? It's a sampler of this. Do I want this up here so we can still show off that, the middle of that sunflower, I think. And I like the colors with the crow because they have, you know, the subtle purples and blues in their wings, right? So, yeah. Okay. Let's back it onto some book paper. I just took apart a really big art book and there was lots of like plain white paper that I saved from the book because it's such nice paper and it's so good for backing. Always save your big like index pages like this. They're so good, especially if you get a book that's got really good quality paper, as a lot of expensive art books do. They don't skimp on the beautiful paper that they print art on, usually from respectable companies. I mean, a lot of times it can be shiny paper that so I think we'll go journal card rather than tag this time. And do I want, I think I'm going to stitch around this and also maybe give it some ink for sure. Husband is walking around upstairs right now. I don't know what he's up to. Sometimes it's like, it sounds like he's running a marathon upstairs. He's just like walking and walking and walking and walking. I'm like, how much space do you have up there? But yeah. All right, I'll pause to stitch this around. Okay, so we're stitched. Fun. We're gonna put that one in here. Okay, so that takes care of a couple things for this signature. So now I'm going to move on to the next signature. I like to kind of do 1 or 2, oops, that goes on here too. 1 or 2 projects per signature and then move on to the next signature. Oh, so I also had this idea, but I'm not going to do it in this journal. Actually, I won't tell you yet because I'm going to be doing another digital kit a little similarly to this, but there's going to be a storyline involved, so I won't get into it quite yet. I'll wait. You've got to be careful when you share ideas. You got to make sure you get your thing out there first because somebody else will snatch it if you're not careful. You got to always protect your ideas so that you get to execute them first. Me, I tend to sometimes be a blabbermouth, so I will try to not be today. Okay, I like this as a pocket on this page, but it needs something. Also, I just kind of like that too. Let's make a fun pocket. Okay, I have a plan. And I'm okay with using the other half of this sunflower in here. It'd be fun. edge. And then these will fold forward 1, 2, and 3, and then back. These are from my Journal Together kit. I did a bunch of these kind of fun little swatching kind of related things because I knew these journals were, you know, coming. And so sometimes when I do my Journal Together kit for Patreon during the month, I include things that like I know I'm going to want to work with that month if I can. One, so people can see what to do with my journal kit, but also like maybe craft along with me. Okay, so now we have these 3 little tabs. Okay. So now we have this fun pocket. So let's just glue it down before I decide what to do on those 3 little tabs. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun pocket. I need 3, I think, inks. That's what I want to use. 3 different inks. You know what I've got? Grab this, sorry. Pardon the arm there. I've got this crystal pigment ink pad in a metallic rainbow. Maybe we'll use a paintbrush to see. Yes, fun. Okay, there's that one. Then let's do maybe this pink. Pinky purple, really. Good. Then maybe I'll just wipe the brush off over here. Nothing too serious. Gold. The gold feels a little hard. That's okay. Oh yeah, the gold is really hard. All the others are soft, but the gold is mad. Let's see if I can just do this with it. It's not really... There we go. Okay, yeah. It's like a bronzy color. Kind of like that you can just pick that right up. I might put this in some alcohol and make a color spray with it. So I'm not going to toss it, but I will keep this palette out to remember that that one is somehow dried up by itself. That's so strange how only one of them would dry out. Only in my house do weird things like this happen. Okay, so we've got the pocket. Then do we want to maybe look and see where would the next pocket go? I think here, and I'd like to use, if I have any more left, another piece of that scrapbook paper. Do I have any more from the kit? These little bits, but I think that's too little. Here we go. These are more suitable. Kind of like that. There's also this suitcase that I would cut it down. I think I'm more inclined to use this one. Yeah. I'm going to cut it down to size here. To about there. Actually, I'm going to tear it because the other side's torn. That's good. Now we'll find a way to make it more fun with a couple of these paintbrushes, perhaps. I sort of want to back that on like some black or something. That's too small. I was just looking at a book that had black paper, but I might have some down here too. This will require a quick pause. Alright, so I've got some black construction paper, and I'm just going to glue this all down here, just to give it a bit of an outline. I think it will be more effective than ink in this case. So tell me, what have you been watching and enjoying on YouTube lately? It doesn't have to be crafting related at all. I'm just generally interested in what you're watching. I've been watching Mimi's Keepsakes, Marnell over at Mimi's Keepsakes. She is doing an Edith and Friends series, where she's using up a lot of her nature diaries to make a journal. Like she's finally using up some pages of those precious books that we hoard, right? Which I commend her for. So let's cut a little border out around these. I'll just cut that off to free this black paper. Trim around the brushes. Okay. And then I'm just going to pop the little hole in this paintbrush. Perfect, okay. And we have that nice background of that botanical boiled book behind this nice marbled paper with paintbrushes. So that's going to be really fun. Okay, so that goes in here. And we've done a couple things there. So I will move on to maybe the next signature. Maybe I'll make a piece of ephemera from something that I pulled out of there. Maybe we'll use this, and I wanted to use those like on a... I wanted to make something with another one of these. I also pulled this beautiful page. This side, because it's kind of like terracotta colors, and I think her bow plus the blue will pop on this. So that. Now, in terms of the width of this, do I want to use both of them on here? I think I do. So I need a little more than 2. So I'll go to maybe this line here where we get about half. Then I will tear off the edge on this one because the other side doesn't have an edge. But I'll keep the numbers and the letters in place here. And that'll give us some nice little scrap from that other one too. And then I think down here I'll get rid of the words. We don't need all that. So that's a good little scrap. Then for this, I think I want to use, yeah, that up on the higher area. So let's perhaps cut around the music pieces. I'll come back to the fiddly bit here. Cute bonnets that they're wearing. I used to have to wear those when I was working as a heritage interpreter at a museum that focused on the Loyalists' settlements, and I had a whole outfit of like kind of Victorian dresses and blouses and things that I would wear when I walked children's programs around explaining settler times things to them, and then helping them churn butter and all sorts of fun things. Okay. All right. Let's glue this down. Oh, I did not. I lied. I didn't go back to the fiddly bit here. Where's my? Ah, there they are. Let's just come in with these baby scissors. Slots. Just cut little slots around and shape it to the little keys. Come back into each slot and cut up to the key. The other option is you can literally cut things like this right off, which I sometimes do because it doesn't necessarily matter. I don't think it really adds a whole lot to the project, but let me see if I can get this to come off how I want it to. It's a couple really nice, like Lang Pioneer Museum is really nice here in Ontario. I like going there. I often participate. They have an annual like art and, you know, historical demonstrations kind of show, and I participate there as a vendor quite often. They have a really lovely curatorial staff. Don't know if the main curator is still the same person. I haven't spoken to her in a couple of years because I haven't been doing shows, but she's really, really nice. And they have great programs. I always would go there and I would demonstrate spinning yarn and get quite a crowd of folks watching. It would be nice. Okay, let's cut all the excess off here. Yeah, actually that did make a nice difference to have those keys there. I'm glad I didn't get lazy with it. Okay. I'm almost through this big Charles Dickens book that I've been using as a glue book, which is kind of amazing. Thought I would never get through it. Make this one a tag. Trying to decide if I want to add a little. No, this one doesn't need the leaf. But we will stitch around it for sure. Okay, one moment while I stitch. Okay, so this has been stitched around. I did most of it in the dark, thick blue thread, but then I ran out. So then I switched and I did zigzag with a light blue, and I really like how that looks. I feel like I want to do it more intentionally now. Okay, let's go back to the signature. And I think I would really like that there. The colors are really great, the orange and purple, and then the blues all together. That will be fun. So that's a good amount of work I think we've done now for that signature. So yeah, now it's time to move on to the next signature. And yeah, I've gotten a good amount of fun stuff going on already in this book. I'm pretty stoked here. I have just been working away a little in the background, so give you guys a little sneaky peeky. I used my latest kit in this book and I did all the swatching. It was a lot of fun. You saw that one already. But yeah, I'm going to continue working on these journals over the next little bit. Probably going to focus a good amount of time this week on them. And I'm excited. I think they're turning out really fun. So I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for joining me for this little in the studio. It's been a bit since we just worked on the book that I'm working on, right? So we'll talk again real soon. Bye for now.